The whole Trump MRI saga,
a brain,
just keeps continuing. And I want to show you the latest update, which includes a doctor going, latest explanation. I'm still not buying it. So we'll get to that. But first, Trump was asked about how he called Tim Walz, quote unquote, seriously retarded, which led to an Indiana Republican going, hey, I don't appreciate that type of language. I'm not going to support redistricting. Sorry, Trump, to the guy's credit. And Trump is doubling down, but he got asked, hey, Tim Walz, in response to you calling him that, said, release the MRI results because Trump had sent this long rant. Not just because of that. That sounds like no, because there was a long rant that seemed like Trump was going crazy, right? He was mentally going crazy. Not because of the R thing. Separate. It's separate. He was just going, this guy's crazy. Release the MRI results, right? And Trump got asked about that and said this.
Trump guy did that same post you mentioned Tim Walz, and you called him what many Americans do find offensive or retarded. Do you stand by that claim of calling Tim Walz retarded?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with it. Absolutely. Sure. I think we have a problem. You know what? I think there's something wrong with it. Anybody that would do what he did, anybody that would allow those people into the state and pay billions of dollars out to Somalia. We give billions of dollars to Somalia. It's not even a country because it doesn't function like a country. It's got a name, but it doesn't function like a country. Yeah, there's something wrong with Walz.
So he doubles down on it there, and then he gets told that, well, MRI results was the specific thing Walz brought up. To Walz's credit, he didn't even engage with the childish attack. He just went, hey, I think Trump needs to be more transparent on his medical stuff.
But they asked about my MRI. MRIs are very...
Governor Walz asked you to release the MRI.
So can you tell us what it was
Governor
for?
Walz, you mean the incompetent governor? So if they want to release it, it's okay with me to release it. It's perfect.
What was the what were they
It's like
looking
my
for?
phone call where I got impeached. It's absolutely perfect. So if you want to hear about it or if you want to release it, you want to have it released.
Yes,
News Nation, failing News Nation. News Nation is doing lousy, by the way. But if you want to have it released, I'll release it.
Can you tell us what they were looking at?
For what, releasing?
No. What part of your body was the MRI looking
I
at?
have no idea. It was just an MRI. What part of the body? It wasn't the brain because I took a cognitive test and I aced it. I got a perfect mark, which you would be incapable of doing. Goodbye, everybody. You too.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So he just took a cognitive test in front of us and failed it. He seemed shocked the reporter wanted to know what was scanned. What was the MRI for? And he goes, what? What body part? And it couldn't have been for the brain because immediately afterwards I took a cognitive test. That's what he says. He says, the MRI couldn't have been for the brain because I immediately had to take a cognitive test. Which, why is your doctor getting you to take so many cognitive tests?
I'm not cognitive.
Who takes that many cognitive tests? Every other week you're telling us you took a new cognitive test. So before getting to the doctor's reaction, here is Levitt saying it was perfect. Trump doesn't know what it's for, but it's perfect.
Danny. Follow up on the MRI because President Trump yesterday said that he would release the results of his MRI. Is that happening right now?
It is happening right now. As part of, and this is a summary from the president's physician, and we will release it right now. I think my team has it teed up for all of you. I'll read it for you, and then you'll get it physically as well. As part of President Trump's comprehensive executive physical, advanced imaging was performed because men in his age group benefit from a thorough evaluation of cardiovascular and abdominal health. The purpose of this imaging is preventative, to identify any issues early, confirm overall health, and ensure the president maintains.
So the point is, she goes on to say it was great and it was wonderful. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Is that true? Okay, maybe. Maybe. You just get things, you just MRI it out the wazoo. But according to the Daily Beast, which I think is citing in the New York Times, doctor calls BS on Trump's confusing MRI explanation. A top doctor called the White House's baffling claim that President Donald Trump got an MRI for preventative reasons, saying there was nothing standard about getting the scan. Jeffrey Linder chief of general internal medicine at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine told the New York Times that advanced imaging has never been a typical part of a presidential physical, contrary to what the White House claimed. There's nothing standard about an executive physical. There's no medical specialty that recommends that an otherwise asymptomatic individual get imaging. There's a reason we don't test everybody for everything all the time. Unnecessary testing for an individual who doesn't need it can lead to useless treatments. He added there are real harms. Point is, he's calling BS. But they released some letter or something that said it was a perfect result, which led to Gavin Newsom releasing the result of his MRI as follows. As part of the Governor Gavin Newsom's annual physical, we conducted advanced imaging of his cardiovascular, skeletal, and neurological health. I'm pleased to report that nothing about the governor's health is merely normal. Governor Newsom remains the healthiest human currently alive or recorded in medical history. His cardiovascular scans are the best we've ever recorded. His arteries were described as shimmering, and his resting heart rate was so steady the EKG machine asked if he was meditating or just naturally enlightened. His bone density is exceptional. A radiologist briefly wondered if we'd scanned a redwood, and his brain imaging showed no issues other than unusually active region associated with intelligence, multitasking, and being wildly productive before sunrise. While we do not typically comment on the health of other elected officials, we are aware of a letter released today from the White House claiming that President Trump is in excellent health. We'll simply note that that Governor Gavin Newsom completes full work days without falling asleep in meetings, does not require executive time to lie down and watch TV during work hours, and is able to stand upright without looking like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You get the point. That's really good. That is really, really, really good. Then, Trump's still thinking about the cognitive test he took. Click the subscribe button. If you think you could pass the dementia screening test Trump took, click the subscribe button. So if you don't click it, then you're saying you don't think you could pass the test Trump took.
I took my physical. I got all A's, everything. But they said to me, would you like to take a cognitive?
I've never had them give me letter grades when I go to the doctor. I've never gotten a report card from my doctor. A+.
Test. I said, is it hard? They said, yes. I said, well,
Is what hard? Oh, the
I'm a
cognitive
very
test.
smart person. Who was the last president to take one? No president has ever agreed to take one. Because when you get into the mid-questions, meaning, 10, question number 10, 11, 12, 28, 30, they get harder and harder. And they said, would you like to do it? I said, well, no reason to do it. Nobody's ever done it. I'll do it maybe, but there's really no reason. They said, sir, the problem is this is Walter Reed Hospital. And that's a military hospital. And that means that things are, sort of open. It's not like private where you have...
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. You think Walter Reed somehow doesn't have to comply with HIPAA? You think they don't have to comply with HIPAA? You remember during the pandemic? You'd be like, hey, are you vaccinated? And people would go, HIPAA! It's like, no, you don't have to tell me. I'm asking if you would tell me.
If you do poorly, we'll have to, probably you'll find out. I said, I won't do poorly. I'm a smart person, not a...
Okay, so then he got an A++++. 2 brownie stickers that are scratched to stiff. And again, someone needs to get to the bottom of why every time he sits down with a doctor and apparently they scan not his brain, they immediately just start chucking cognitive dementia screening tests at him. What is this? What, Don?
Guys, new episode of Triggered, my podcast, going live on Rumble, 6 p.m. So much to talk about. So much news happened over Thanksgiving weekend. There's some words we're bringing back. It's all kind of amazing. Tune in tonight.
He's reading off of a teleprompter, it looks like. He's so bad at it. Look.
So much news happened over Thanksgiving weekend. There's some words we're bringing back. It's all kind of amazing. Tune in tonight. Watch it all. My Triggered podcast.
Why does 22 seconds of you reading a script sound like you're reading for the very first time in your whole life? And then you remember this doozy?
Epstein hated Trump because he threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. Epstein hated Trump because he knew there was something shady going on, but this was like 30 years ago. He didn't know it was young girls. He just knew he was a creep. It was young girls. He just knew he was a creep. Epstein hated Trump because Trump beat him in a real estate deal. So Epstein was doing everything he could to try to take down Trump. So if he had anything real,
So tune in, Triggered Podcast, just giving a free plug there. And then this is an all-timer of Trump's during a presser. He got asked, did you call with Maduro? And he goes, I won't comment on that, yes.
The New York Times reported that you had a phone call with Maduro. Did you?
I don't want to comment on it. The answer is yes.
There you go. Well, he commented. Then we referenced this earlier in the show. Trump has pardoned notorious, we all knew of him very well, drug trafficker Juan Orlando Hernandez. And that is the former Honduran president who actively worked with drug traffickers to traffic drugs, in part, to the United States. And I thought that you were justifying extrajudicial killings of people and then war crimes against said people because you were so against drug trafficking. But now you're pardoning someone who facilitated mass drug trafficking? So what was their justification for pardoning him? Can you guess? Weaponized government.
It's so clear how you want to keep drugs out of the U.S. Can you explain more about why you can pardon a notorious drug trafficker?
Well, I don't know who you're talking about.
Juan Orlando.
Which one? Which notorious drug trafficker did I pardon?
Well, I was told, I was asked by Honduras, many of the people in Honduras, they said it was a Biden setup. Not only Biden, but Biden didn't do it a lot. But it was the people that surround the Resolute desk, surround Biden. What do you...
It was a Biden setup. Guys, what does he mean? The people of Honduras came to me. They came tears pouring down their face. They said Biden had it out for Juan, and we need you to help him. Really? For what reason would Joe Biden have an axe to grind? Maybe he didn't like, it wasn't Biden's decision, but maybe whoever prosecuted Hernandez was against the drug trafficking. That would be a guess, a little bit more likely than Trump's explanation. And then we move forward. Melania Trump was speaking, and we have now started the season where MAGA pretends like liberals don't want us to say Merry Christmas. So first, here's a part of her speech, and she was honoring Christmas.
Booyah, Navy!
It was at Joint Base Andrews, so that is kind of a little bit relevant, but she was giving a Christmas speech, thanking people, amazing, and I'm going to show you Fox News saying, see, she's bringing back Jesus.
Each represents liberty, love, community, and honor. Each is delivered with heart and love, the foundation of our great nation. May this Christmas bring peace to your homes, safety to those who are deployed, and gratitude in the hearts of every American who thanks you for your service and sacrifice. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Good. So, right? Whatever, normal, okay? But then you have Fox acting like she had done something that previous first ladies just weren't brave enough to do.
I'm so glad you brought up spiritual, because my points are sort of disparate, but they're connected under the umbrella that I see, we are under spiritual warfare. And I see, to your point about just following the Portland block with then seeing the First Lady of the United States supporting our troops, saying Merry Christmas, and being constantly a prism of love and light, which is what Jesus Christ is, which is what Judeo-Christianity is, right, which is what this country is. And now we have a First Lady that fearlessly and undeniably stands for those values. She is beautiful inside and out. And everything she does and touches reflects that. I love.
This is a news channel, supposedly, and we're hearing about how beautiful inside and out Melania Trump is, how much like Jesus, she's a prism of love and light because she said Merry Christmas in front of troops. Hey, I love saying Merry Christmas in front of troops. I love thanking the troops. I love doing anything we can for the troops. And all of the people in office, all the first ladies do events like that. They do events like that. Great. What do you mean she's just gushing with Jesus-y love all the time? I've missed that. I've missed it. And also, they're all on about this, see, we're bringing back Merry Christmas. That's a part of, you might even not even have heard that, but that's exactly what she's referencing when she says Merry Christmas fearlessly. You have the White House saying, we're saying Merry Christmas again. POTUS. That's a quote. We're saying Merry Christmas again because people were prevented from saying that when Biden was in charge. A MAGA account said, forbidding Christians to celebrate the birth of their Lord and Savior with each other was a dark period in our country. In many ways, that's a sentence. This is a sentence, the redheaded liberal, or redheaded libertarian is the account name. In many ways, period. In many ways, period. Okay, that's the whole sentence. Our nation was captured by something truly evil, LARPing as progress. So, do y'all remember that dark period in our history during Biden when Christians were prevented, they were forbidden, forbad from saying, from celebrating Lord, Jesus, God. Do you remember that? Do you remember? Because I don't. And here was the last First Lady.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We love you all. Thank you.
But she said happy holidays too. But Christians, guys, hey, don't you feel good? You get a Merry Christmas, everyone else gets like and happy holidays. Is that not enough? She gave you a Merry Christmas and then there's other holidays. Lame. Is that what? You can't even say happy holidays? It's like Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, jingle bells, Jesus Christ, baby in the manger. And happy holidays. And still that's persecution? Really? Wow. News to me. Also, this post, right? Trump saying we say Merry Christmas again, and then the redheaded libertarian saying what a dark time we had. From our family to yours, wrote President Biden. Merry Christmas. May your time with... Look at this one. Look at how many words he puts in between Christmas and all that other stuff. May your time with loved ones be filled with warmth, comfort, and joy this holiday season. It's weird, guys. The whole MAGA, they're trying to stop us from saying Christmas when anyone who celebrates Christmas, me included, says Christmas and holidays because there's both. And sometimes I'll name specific holidays. I don't want to now because, if I miss anything or whatever, I don't want to be playing favorites other than the way we already play favorites. But there was never an issue. Some people were like, hey, because it's not just Christians, maybe you could mention other stuff. And they're like, okay, sheesh. It's like the OU student. I did a trash essay and now I'm a victim for it. No, you're not. You're not. Stop the victimhood mindset. Work. Because you got to go to work. You ever heard that song? It's about you and your lazy butt. Your lazy FAT butt.